The car advances steadily down the dark, unlit road. Eventually, the rough country lane under our headlights gives way to a paved road, and the scenery around us starts to suggest the work of human hands. The dreamlike world's behind us now. We've been dragged back into reality.
あとどれぐらいで目的地に着くの？
Glancing briefly at the GPS mounted next to the wheel, I do a little mental arithmetic. Another 30 minutes or so. There shouldn't be much traffic after this, so maybe a little earlier.
そう。
A tinge of barely suppressed uneasiness in her voice. Yumiko says that, and nothing more. The hand resting in her lap forcefully grips the fabric of her skirt, trembling ever so slightly. Feeling anxious?
それはユージがいるのは心強いけど相手が大きすぎるもの。
After all that running and hiding, we're suddenly confronting our enemy head on. Can't hardly blame the girl for being a little unsettled. For all her anger, Yumiko was only able to resist her father through self-imposed isolation until now. This must feel like something of a suicide mission. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Taking one hand from the steering wheel, I reach down to Yumiko's lap and clasp her shaking hand. After a few strokes of my fingers against her white knuckles, that tense fist finally relaxes a little.
でもユージは一体これからどうやって戦うつもりなの？
After our mutual choice to confront Sakaki Michiaki, I promptly got in contact with JB, after which Yumiko and I laid low for a few days. And yesterday, I received the call I've been waiting for. Yumiko and I set out in a rented car, but I still haven't told her the details of our plan as of yet. Well, I said fight, but it would be a little too reckless to crash through the front door of a massive corporation and start kicking the furniture around.
それじゃあどうやって？
I ease to a stop at a red light. For a moment, there's no sound except for our car's idling engine and the murmuring AM radio I left on for traffic reports. Before we get to that, if we're going to pick a fight, don't you think we're a little low on manpower at the moment?
そうね。言われてみればそうかも。
The sudden question leaves Yumiko bemused. Right now, we're heading to the place where our allies are waiting.
味方の？
That's right. A handful of people who are willing to fight the world with us. Light changes the green. A step behind the black minivan next to us in the passing lane, I ease forward into the intersection. Our small silver van, bathing in faint moonlight, speeds earnestly down the all but empty national road. Surrounded by darkness, that pale glint of light doggedly pushes forward, pursuing a single thread of hope. We're here. The final battlefield, so to speak. Climbing quickly out of the car, I wait for Yumiko to follow. As she steps down from the passenger seat, the girl looks up at the dark building in front of us, her mouth hanging open in shock.
ここって？
Looking at my face, then at the building, then back at my face, Yumiko stutters out a few flustered words. Paying her no mind, I stride forward and push open a familiar door for the first time in a good year. Sure has been a while. Normally, returning after a year's absence wouldn't be enough to inspire that much emotion. But then again, considering all the dramatic changes that have transformed our lives since leaving this place, maybe it's only natural that I'd get a little nostalgic.
似た別の場所とかじゃないわよね。
But just as those words of disbelief leaves Yumiko's mouth, the sound of rapid footsteps approaching quickly from the far side of the lobby.
ユージ！久しぶり！
Whoa! Before I can even turn around, a human missile barrels into my side and tackles me to the ground.
ユージだ、本物だ！
Look, woman, couldn't you manage a slightly more normal hello?
だって本当に久しぶりだったんだもん。チュー。
Stop sucking on my damn cheek. Yumiko's going to... Squirming under Amane's embrace, I manage to move my face in just enough to look up at Yumiko. As expected, She's staring down at her co-ed professional wrestling match with an expression halfway between astonishment and fury.
ごめんね。お嬢様のご機嫌をいきなり損ねちゃった。
Just get off already. It's hard to breathe with those great fat tits pressing down on my chest.
マジで？まあ、そっか。慣れてる榊さんのおっぱいに比べたら、私のはちょっとヘビーよね。
Look, Amane.
なーによ。ユージを1年も独占してたんだもん。これぐらいしたっていいじゃないのよ。
With great difficulty, I finally managed to pry Amane off me.
もう、なんなのよ。なんなの。これは一体。
As I clamber to my feet, Yumiko's angry glare gives way once more to an expression of sheer confusion. Amane's sudden assault might have been surprising, but not nearly so much as our return to Mihama Academy itself.
風見さん、榊さん、お帰りなさい。お久しぶりです。突然、今日戻るとか言い出したから、びっくりしたのよさ。
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll explain the circumstances later. Sachi and Makina, looking completely unchanged from a year ago, make their appearance.
たったいまー。はいはい、今日も周辺に異常なしだったわよ。ねえ、サチ、もうご飯できて。ってユージ、ユミコ、戻ってきたの？今日？なんで？いつ？みちる様、さっき確かに伝えましたよ。鳥頭が散歩に行く前に伝言なんて無駄の極みなのよさ。ちょっと聞いてないわよ。聞いたかもしれないけど、つか鳥頭ってあと散歩じゃないわよ。見回りに行ってたんでしょ。はい、みちる様が見回りに行ってらしたのは存じ上げております。お疲れ様でした。ご飯の準備もできてますよ。コロッケです。ありがとう。わかればいいのよ、わかれば。って何か重要なこと忘れてるような。そうよ、ユージ、ユミコ、なんでいきなり戻ってきたのよ。ねえ。
Your mind works in interesting ways, Michiru. As always. I find myself smiling at the nostalgic farce playing out before my eyes. On the other hand, Yumiko is too stunned even to speak. The expression on her face suggests an ongoing internal debate as to whether this is reality or some kind of dream.
Yuji.
Finally, she reaches out tentatively and gives the sleeve of my shirt a little tug.
一体どういうことなの？いきなり寮に戻ってきたと思えばみんな揃ってるし、しかも何かわけのわからない話をしているし。ねえ、私だけなの？何も分かってないの。
Not even sure where to begin asking questions, Yumiko lets her confusion spill out in a somewhat jumbled stream of words.
ユージ、あんた、榊さんに何も説明しないで帰ってきたの？
Amane raises an eyebrow in surprise. Well, more or less. There was a lot going on. Didn't find the time to explain.
それは、榊さんが混乱するのも無理はありませんね。そんじゃお兄ちゃんの部屋行って話しようぜ。あと腹減った。はい、それじゃあご飯を食べながら作戦会議にしましょうか。そうね。ほら、みちるも頭ひねってないでご飯食べましょう。あれ、なんだっけ。作戦、飯、
Although we're probably just making Yumiko even more confused right now, for the time being, we decide to regroup in the management room. In other words, my former residence. Alright. Where should I even begin? After everyone settled down inside the room, I paused to collect my thoughts. I've actually taken quite a number of steps without Yumiko's knowledge, and in some cases, matters are tangled enough that explaining systematically might prove challenging.
では、私から質問していいかしら。
Makes sense. Clearing up your question should make things nice and comprehensible.
じゃあまず、この場所について、どうしてまだ学園が残っているの？そして、みんなはどうしてここにいるの？
From the question, I'm assuming you thought this school was going to be shut down. Yumiko nods.
だって嫌な言い方だけれど、ここはもともと私一人のためにあの人が作った場所だから。
When you disappeared, so did the meaning for its existence. That your line of thought?
ええ。だから戻ってきてすぐにそれが気になったのよ。卒業しているはずのスオーさんまでいるし、どういうことなのかって。
The super senior in question responds with a bright, casual smile.
まあ榊さんとユージがいなくなった後、そういう話も出たんだけどね。
Sachi nods and follows up Amani's interruption with a comment of her own.
ミニベロを見せられて凶暴してたんじゃないかって言われたりもしました。
I really am sorry about that. Must have been a real headache.
まったくよ、私がどれだけ苦労したと思ってるのよ。チルチルなんもしてへんやんけ。思いつきでとりあえず首突っ込むのはやめた方がいいわよ。うっさいわね。私だってあの時いろいろと考えることはあったんだから。ユージが何を考えてるのか、ユミコといつの間にそんな関係になってたのかとか、なんで私だけ蚊帳の外でこんなに話進んでんのよとか。ねえ、ちょっとあんたたち。
I'm going to get back on topic now. The suspicion that they helped arrange our escape was cleared up eventually. Soon afterward, the principal informed everyone the school would be closing its doors.
でもそうなっちゃうとユージたちが帰ってくる場所がなくなっちゃうから、なんとかして私たちで残せないか学園長を通じてうまい具合に説得してもらったのよ。
一体どういう風に？ここが残っている限り、そして私たちがここに住んでいる限り、風見さんたちが戻ってくる可能性がありますよと話をしてもらったんです。
さも罠を仕掛けるかのように地図に一芝居打ってもらったのよさ。狙いは成功。学園も寮もひとまずは存続が決まった。まあしばらくの間は周辺を妙なのがうろうろしていたけど、それも時間が経つにつれて減ってきたしね。
松島さんが見回りをしていたのもそのためだったのね。
ああ、そう大事な任務だからね。あははは。今日当番なの忘れてたくせによう言うわ。
みちる様、幸はいつもおそばにいますからね。
寝坊ぐらい多めに見てよ。あとサチ、かわいそうな子扱いすんなよ。
Anyway, I think that basically covers your first question. Make sense?
ええ。ではもう一つ、これが本題だけど、どうやってこれからあの人に立ち向かうの？ここに戻ってきたからには何か考えがあってのことなのよね。
Yeah, of course. Instead of continuing, I turn to Sachi and nod. Sachi indicates her understanding with a moment of eye contact, then opens the notebook PC she's been holding and turns it to face us. A spreadsheet program appears on the screen with a list of names in the first column and thick blocks of detailed information stretching out to the side.
これは？
Yumiko looks it over for a moment, then glances at me with a confused expression on her face. Before explaining that, let me ask you a question, Yumiko.
Huh?
Why has your father, Sakaki Michiaki, been pursuing you so doggedly in the first place?
どうしてって、それはあの人の会社の跡継ぎに血縁のある私を添えて道具としていいように利用するため。娘だからどうこうというより先にそれが立っていると思うわ。
I nod deeply. That's right. Sakaki Michiaki leads the East Beach Group, and he wants to make you his puppet. Those are the two facts that are the cause of this situation.
その通りよ。でもどうして今さらそんなことを改めて言うの？
You don't see where I'm going here?
まさかあの人をトップの座から退けるということ？はい、正解です、榊さん。
Yumiko shakes her head back and forth in disbelief.
無茶よ、そんなの。社長を交代させるには取締役会の承認が必要だわ。そんなにうまくいくはずが。こちらをご覧いただけますか？
Once again, Sachi gestures toward the screen of her notebook computer.
東浜グループは東浜ホールディングスという持ち株会社が全ての株式を保有しています。そしてその持ち株会社の株式の保有比率は
With a click on the trackpad, she flips from the dense spreadsheet to an easily comprehensible pie graph.
公共の交通機関を所有している関係から国土交通省が約3割、他はおおよそ 10% 程度の保有率で電力、銀行、保険、建設の各社が保有しています。肝心の榊道明氏の個人所有分は数%というところですね。
ねえマキナ、サチってさっきから一体何言ってんの？ねえ。いいからそこに置いてある魚ニソでも食っとけな。
保有比率の件は分かったわ。でもそれがさっきの話にどうつながるの？
風見さんから依頼を受けて私たちはその切り崩し工作を行ったんです。
切り崩し？株式の所有企業をってこと？
いや榊さんを前にして言うのもなんだけどさ、お父さん結構恨み買ってる部分もあったみたいでね。
ガチガチかと思ったけど意外とうまくいったのよさ。
はい、少々危ない橋も渡りましたが、風見さんの指令通り相手方をこちらにつけるための情報を確実に集めてまいりました。
なんかよくわかんないけど本当にあんたを敵に回したくはないわね、私は。
Well, I can't disagree with Michiro on that one.
と言ってもせいぜい私にできるのは潜入工作レベルのことで、巨大な企業相手にあれこれといった大掛かりなことまでは不可能です。
そうよね。だとしたら一体。
As Yumiko's face fills with the questions, I lightly drop a hand onto the crown of her head. And that's why JB and I arranged a few things behind the scenes.
ユージと春寺さんは一体どのぐらい前から？
Since right after our initial escape.
そんな前からだったの
1 year ago, Yumiko and I chose to flee together. At the time, I said we were going to look for an answer, not just run away. And just as those words might suggest, I began a quiet search from the shadows, seeking a way for Yumiko to earn genuine freedom.
というわけで現在の反主流派にはこのようなメンツがいるわけです。
I see. With a little prodding, we really might stand a chance. To eliminate the problem posed by Sakaki Michiaki, we need only deprive him of power. It didn't take long for me to reach that simple conclusion, but as a fugitive with only a few students for allies, there didn't seem to be a practical way of making it happen. That changed, surprisingly enough, with a furtive proposal from JB. Sakaki Michiaki had meddled directly in Ichigaya's internal affairs in this matter, inspiring widespread resentment. Certain higher-ups had directly authorized an attempt to arrange his dismissal. However, JB was in frequent contact with Sakaki Michiaki as our liaison. It was too dangerous for her to take any direct action. I was assigned her direct subordinate, a woman named Chiara, to assist in planning the coup.
現在はまだ過半数に達していません。今後は敵に気づかれないように協力してくれる勢力を増やしていくことが必要となります。
Right. I've already explained matters to the others at the dorm. Go ahead and get in contact with them as well.
わかりました。
To our extreme good fortune, there was already what JB called a hostile internal power operating inside the East Beach ownership, and it didn't prove difficult to make them into our allies. In any case, we carried our complex preparations forward carefully, but steadily, aiming to arrange a day of reckoning. Not that I mentioned any of that to Yumiko at the time. Not too long ago, we finally managed to secure a majority for the opposition faction. I take out my cell phone and hold it up for Yumiko to see. You know how we hid out for a few days before coming here?
あれもこのことに関係していたの？
Just stalling for time while our allies called an extraordinary general meeting. Agenda's pretty simple. A resolution for a certain board member's dismissal.
解任動議。
That's right. We're going to have Sakaki Michiaki removed from the board of directors.
取締役を罷免。 つまりそれが成立すれば代表でもなくなるということ？
Exactly. You can't be the representative director of a stock company. It's president, if you're not even a director. I snap open my cell phone and type out a series of digits. It's the same number Yumiko called from a public telephone about a week ago, on the verge of giving up hope. The same call that nearly meant our defeat. But this time, it's a declaration of war.
こんな時間に誰だね。非常識な。
In response to Michiaki's surly greeting, I firmly and clearly announce myself. This is Kazami Yuji. From the other end of the line, the man audibly catches his breath.
なんだと。
All of a sudden, Michiaki shifts into an entirely different gear. There's obvious tension in his voice.
本物か。お前、今どこにいる。答えろ。
I'm inside the prison you built.
牢獄だと。
After considering this for the briefest of moments, Michiaki responds with a shout.
美浜学園か。今さらのうのうと戻ってきたというのか。
Oh? You're good at guessing games. But then again, I suppose that one wasn't too much of a leap for you, was it?
黙れ。そこにユミコもいるんだな。
That's right. She's standing right next to me. If you want her back, come to the Mihama Academy dorm at 10 tomorrow morning. We'll talk then.
明日だと。お前、明日がどういう日か分かって言っているのか。
I don't see any reason I should answer that question. But in general, President Sakaki, I'd encourage you to tread carefully. I abruptly end the call, not bothering to answer Michiaki's question. Yumiko is still staring at me in slack-jawed astonishment. I turn to face her and deliver a reassuring little thump on the shoulder. There. We've got our actors and our stage. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the curtain to rise.
おい、答えろ。おい、おい。私だ。今から社へ向かうぞ。ああ、そうだ。ユミコの件で動きがあった。それと、市ヶ谷へ緊急連絡を回せ。すぐにだ。そうだ。ハルデラだ。あのスパイ女を陸将補経由で連れてこい。明日の総会、そこに絡んでくる可能性も出てきた。逃げられる前に急げ。わかったな。
After completing our thorough explanation for Yumiko, we begin a final review of our plans for tomorrow. Yumiko and I will handle the actual discussion with her father. Everyone else, focus on gathering information.
了解。
Sachi, I'd like you with us as a point of contact in case something we need to know about happens. Michiru, can you patrol the area starting early tomorrow morning and keep an eye out for suspicious movements?
はい、わかりました。
オッケー。
Alright. We'll gather in the lobby at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Same goes if there's any sign of movement before then. Let's finish the job, everyone. Dismissed. With that, everyone except Yumiko nods and gets to their feet. Since we've been preparing for this well in advance, there aren't any questions or objections now. All that's left is to assume our roles and see how it plays out tomorrow. Yumiko calls out to stop us, and the others turn back to face her.
私、急な話です。まだ理解できてない部分も多いけど、みんなが今回のことで私のために動いてくれたってことはよく分かったわ。本当にごめんなさい。
Just as the words start to leave Yumiko's mouth, Amane raises a hand to interrupt.
そこは謝るんじゃないでしょ。
そんな答えじゃお兄ちゃんに怒られるのよさ。
はい、謝られるようなことはしていませんよ、私たちは。
そうそう、謝るぐらいなら後でお礼言ってもらった方がいいわよ。
Yumiko looks at everyone's face in turn, her expression still shadowed with guilt.
まあ、まだお礼を言われるにも早いんだけどね。ひとまずこの一件が終わったらみんなでゆっくり話しましょう。
そうさ。
みんな榊さんと仲良くなる前に 離れ離れになっちゃったから、これからね。
Even after our classmates leave, a conflicted expression lingers on Yumiko's face. I can see a complex mixture of gratitude, guilt, and anxiety in her eyes. On the whole, it would be fair to say the girl's still somewhat unsettled at the moment. It's hard to blame her after how rapidly events have developed in the last few hours. But even so, tomorrow she's going to have to confront the thing that's been holding her back all this time.
Yuji, もう寝ちゃった?
Yeah. Having trouble sleeping?
Mm.
I decided to have Yumiko sleep in my room tonight, for security reasons if nothing else. It's been a while since we turned off the lights and got in bed, but there's no hint of drowsiness in her voice.
Yuji は本当に勝てると思ってる?
Her uneasy words echo inside the dark, quiet room. If I didn't, I never would have asked you that question in the first place.
本当に?
Yeah. Compared to risking everything on a thoughtless bet, running away and keeping our heads down would have been the clearer choice. Much less risk involved. I hear clothes rustling softly on Yumiko's side of the bed. We've been lying down with our backs turned to each other, but it sounds as though she's turned to face me.
そうよね。ごめんなさい。あなたはいつも考えているものね。
She pauses for a moment, then sighs softly.
あなただけじゃない。寮のみんなにしても、私のためにずっと長い間頑張ってくれて。それに対して私は何一つとして役に立てていない。こうしてお膳立てしてもらっても、未だに不安でいっぱいで、逃げ出したくなってしまう。
Yumiko, don't you remember what I told you at the very beginning? I thought I was pretty clear about this when I coaxed you out of that airplane. Nobody needs your guilt or apologies. Try gratitude. All you have to think about right now is breaking away from your father and the Sakaki house. Once you get your freedom, show your appreciation to the people who helped you. That's all the repayment we need.
できるのかしら、私に。
Of course you will. You've made your own decisions for the last year, Yumiko. You've grown. Have a little confidence in yourself.
そうよね。スオさんにも言われたしね。せめてちゃんと返せるように。
My words seem to have at least had some effect, as Yumiko mumbles vaguely encouraging words to herself. There's another rustling sound from the other side of the bed. She seems to have turned away from me once more. It's not like I'm absolutely confident about our chances myself, and I'm sure as hell not qualified to be pompously preaching at Yumiko like this. The words I spoke just now were directed to myself as much as her, an attempt to persuade a coward to stand and fight for once in his life.
ユージ、お願いがあるの。
Before too long, Yumiko speaks to me again. Sure, go ahead.
もう泣き言を言ったりはしない。みんなのためにも、ユージのためにも、自分のためにもあの人に立ち向かう。だから。
She hesitates for a moment, then continues slowly.
最後とは思いたくない。でも、もう明日しかないから。抱いてほしい。もう一度だけ確かめたいの。あなたが、ユージが、かけがえのない大切な存在だって。体で確かめたいのよ。
This time, I'm the one who flips over in bed. Yumiko is trembling slightly, even from behind. It's obvious that she's forcing herself to be brave. First, I gently place a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Understood. Just promise me one thing first.
何かしら。
Promise me you won't think of this as the last time. We're going to be together for the rest of our lives, alright? That's a promise. Don't even let yourself think otherwise. Yumiko's back shivers again. Just a little. She sniffles once more before responding. Think I'll pretend not to notice the hint of suppressed tears in her voice.
ユージ、わかった。
Letting the tension drain from her body, Yumiko yields herself to me.
抱いて、私を飲み込むくらいに。
Works for me. With a nod, I slip my arms around her. Even after we've thoroughly confirmed our mutual feelings, Yumiko and I continue talking for a long time. She seems less uncertain than before. Her voice has regained something of its usual calm.
あの人のことを考えていたわ。
Sakaki Michiaki. Yumiko nods slightly against her pillow.
私はあの人のことを恨んでいる。憎み続けている。だけど怖いぐらいにあの人のことを何も知らないのよ。
From what Yumiko says, the man known as Sakaki Michiaki doesn't enjoy discussing his past in any detail. Any reader of economic magazines or websites can find an outline of his impressive academic background and professional accomplishments. But there's virtually nothing to be found on the more personal aspects of his life. Even the sexual scandals Yumiko described have been largely scrubbed from the narrative. For so little to be known about such a public figure suggests a concentrated effort to scare off or manipulate the media. All I've found is a loose sketch of the man's personality, repeated again and again. For the sake of expanding his corporate empire, Sakaki Michiaki will do absolutely anything. Wonder if something happened when he was younger. Human beings are shaped by their childhood experiences more than anything else. Even Yumiko doesn't know much about that part of her father's life, but there must have been something that made him into the ruthless obsessive he is today.
ユージを信じてる。でもあの人は今でもやっぱり怖い。
Yumiko seems to shrink a little as she draws close to me.
大丈夫よね、ユージ。
Of course. Rest assured. Embracing Yumiko with one arm, I run my hand through her hair, then stroke her cheek. And a few minutes after her trembling finally dies down, a peaceful drowsiness settles over us both.
来たかね。
ええ、もう来る気はありませんでしたが、緊急にとのことでしたので。
風見雄二から連絡があった。
はい、その旨報告は受けております。
あの軍人上がり、生意気にも私を挑発してきた。由美子を返してほしければ、明日あの辺境の町へ来いとのことだ。
私どもの部下のやったこと、重ね重ねお詫びいたします。至急現地に赴きまして説得を。
そんな猿芝居はもういいんだよ、ハルデラさん。
私はこの一件に関与していないと何度も申し上げ、証拠も提出したはずです
が。あくまで白を切り通すか。まあいい。ひとまず明日が終わるまではおとなしくしてもらうぞ。おい、やれ。
はい。
社長、どういうおつもりですか。これは私どもに対する不当な行為であり、拘束など。
無論あなたの上司の許可は得ている。表向きは泊まりがけのご招待だ。後で何を言おうが遠慮なくもみ消す。あなた方が何を企んでいるのかは知らんが、こんなくだらない騒動で榊家の野望を費えさせるわけにはいかん。あの軍人上がりは即刻排除し、由美子は返してもらう。
何のことをおっしゃっているのか分かりかねます。
軍人はどこまでも任務に忠実だな。その心があなたの部下にもあればよかったのだが、何か連中と連絡を取るかもしれん。電波の届かない地下にでも閉じ込めておけ。
はい。
生きて帰れるだけマシだと思え。あの人ならば間違いなく存在ごと消していただろうからな。
Hey everyone, J Square John Jeremy here. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click on subscribe and the bell icon to ensure you're kept up to date on the channel. Until next time, so long and take care.